Hey everybody! Hi, Uncle Nick. Um, what's up? We're in Jersey. That's great. I love being in New Jersey. We have an image problem, don't we? We have to do something about that. Everybody thinks we're terrible, that we're criminals, and we're not helping ourselves. Like, what's the slogan for the New Jersey lottery right now? No, it's new. It's because in New Jersey, anything can happen. That's not a slogan. That's an alibi. It's like that's something you'd expect to hear a guy. Hey, Jimmy could be at home. He could be having a steak. He could be out with his wife, or he could be in the trunk of a Buick at the bottom of the Hackensack River. Hey, it's New Jersey. Anything can happen. We got to do better. We got to do better. I live in the suburbs. I live in Montclair actually, and it's weird because I live in the bad part of a good town, and I don't know if you know that it affects things. It makes it weird. I had a roach. Now, if you've ever had roaches, you know that that's weird because you never have a roach. You have roaches. I had a roach. It would come out, look around, and go back in the wall. I'm pretty sure that roach was showing the apartment. I think he was like a roach landlord or a roach real estate. Like, I'm pretty sure it was going to bring other families. It was like, here we have a lovely two-bedroom. The owner leaves lots of food out. He's kind of a slob, so that's really, you won't have to spend any money on food. There are no cats, no dogs. You don't have to worry about being eaten. It's like, what the fuck? I'm looking at him, and he's like, oh, yeah, we're going to have to raise your rent. You're really close to public transportation. So I sprayed it with Raid, and now I don't have roommates. That's how that goes. It's weird because I live in the suburbs, and I got gentrified. Isn't that crazy? Like, my building got sold and bought by white people, and immediately, I had new neighbors named Bray, Brandon, and Taylor. I am not fucking kidding you. They had two cars, both with South Dakota license plates. I immediately knew what it was like to be from Brooklyn. Immediately. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is what happens. Oh, man. And now, so now we got white people in the building. It doesn't smell like pot anymore. Like, nobody's playing their music loud anymore. It used to be really calm. Now everything just smells like goddamn kale. Just bring the other green stuff back. I am John. I'm single. We all know that. We all know that from my lack of self-confidence and my reeking of masturbation. It's been a long time since I've had sex. It's been so long since I've had sex, I think I'm a virgin again. Like, my pubes are actually receding into my body. My voice is just getting higher and higher. And it's like, I haven't had sex in so long that when I go to the doctor's office and I'm looking through the magazines, I kind of linger over the mammograms. I'm like, nice tits. Look, that is not in poor taste. The tumors were benign, all right? She's going to be fine. She's going to be fine. She's going to run a marathon. Susan Komen is going to throw a party. This fictional lady is going to be fine. People get their assholes all tight. It is Black History Month. I don't celebrate Black History because I make it daily. You guys aren't on board with that. I make it daily. I think the Black history, like the Black Civil Rights Movement, was really good for everybody, but I think we might have thrown a baby out with the bathwater on some things. For instance, I think we may have given up on Jim Crow laws a little too soon. Hear me out. Sometimes I tell this joke and I tell this premise, and there's always a white guy who's like, yeah, right on. I'm like, dude, sir, that's just a premise. Calm down. That's not the joke. You are way too excited. Trying to make America great again. That's not what I meant. What I mean is there's certain places where I don't want to have to share my space with white people. For instance, you go to the park. It's a nice hot day. You want to go to the water fountain, and there's a certain population of people. How do I say it? White people. We know that likes to kiss their dogs on the mouth. That shit's disgusting because they'll kiss their dogs on the mouth. They'll let their dogs drink from our water fountains. It's like, look, I don't want to be vicariously teabagged by your dog. Dogs lick their balls, lick the water fountain. I don't want that in me, all right? You should be kissing your dogs anyway. French poodle is a name, not a suggestion. Like, keep your shit like, this water tastes like scrotum. Like, no, it's darks and whites, separate them. Blacks only water fountains. I'm totally cool with that. And there's another problem I always have. I like going to the bathroom and having peace and solitude. But there's always some white guy standing next to me like, and I'm like, can I help you? He's like, I was just, that's, it's a little bit smaller than I was expecting. I'm like, yes, I know. He was like, were you in a farming accident? No, I'm not in a farming accident. It's just my dick. No, I don't have a big dick. I don't like being a stereotype, all right? It's not small, it's average. I have a very average, normal, egalitarian, medium, not medium-sized penis. It's fine. It's good enough. It's substantial. It doesn't make a fuss, you know. It's not one of those tacky ghost giant dicks that just announces itself. No, it's more subtle and refined. My dick is very cost effective. It is green. It is carbon friendly. It is earth friendly. It has a very small carbon footprint. It is like nice. So I'm yelling at the guy for judging me. And he's like, I just didn't know that I could rank up next to a black guy. I'm like, look, sir, I'm just trying to pee. I want the blacks only bathrooms back. That's what I'm saying. I don't need to be fucking judged against a stereotype that I do not live up to. And for the record, why do some people like huge dicks? Like, I know there are some women, like, they call them size queens, where they like really gigantic penises, like 13, 14 inches. And at that point, you probably should just climb a telephone pole and slide yourself down. If you need something that big, like, there are other things than dicks out there. Secondly, up here, you should not have foreign objects this far into your abdomen. No, there should be other stuff here. This is where your daddy was supposed to put love and self-esteem and hope. That's what's supposed to go here. No amount of dick's gonna fill that hole he left when you didn't come to your dance recital. That's what needs to happen there. On me, this is actually Taco Bell. This is all Taco Bell right here. What else? You guys, I'm kind of sad because I try and be the blackest person I can be, but it's hard when you sound like this because I disappoint a lot of people. Like, I know I'll be up here and somebody in the audience is inevitably looking at me like, he looks like Michael Strahan, but he sounds like Kelly Ripa. I'm so confused as to what I'm seeing here. Did he eat a white girl? Is that what it is? Is there one in his? Yeah, I know. Like, people see me, they want me to sound like Curtis Jackson, and I sound like Tony Curtis, and it just throws people off. They're like, oh man, this guy's gonna drop so many N-words. When I say the N-word, I sound like Anderson Cooper saying the N-word. It's just really offensive. Like, I said nigger on stage once, and like the NAACP came, they protested me. I had to go on Oprah and apologize. There's a whole thing that I would rather avoid. And the thing is, when you speak like this, white people will think you speak their language. Come up to you and try and talk to you in Caucasian. They'll be like, "Oh, hey, did you see the last episode of Friends?" I was like, "Oh no, sorry, I don't. I get this all the time. I don't understand what you're saying." "Oh, okay, well, Friends is my favorite, but I really am into girls right now." I'm like, "I'm sorry." I apologize. This is my fault, but I really don't get what you're saying. It's like, "Oh, do you want to come with us to a beer crawl? We have so many organic beer." Look, I'm not white! God! I don't know what you're saying. Don't know what a beer crawl is. Speed of beer crawls. It's only a matter of time before there is a Martin Luther King Day beer crawl. You guys know this, right? We're not going to be the ones doing it. It's going to be like some Hoboken hipsters or something. They're going to be like, "Yeah, we're going to have this beer crawl for Martin Luther King Day to celebrate diversity and Dr. King's dream. So we're going to go from bar to bar in our Selma beer crawl." That's what we're going to call it. And it's going to be so great. At every bar, they're going to have little plush German shepherds, and they're going to give those out to the crowd. It's going to be so great. And they're going to have water hoses, but instead of water, it'll be beer. So you'll have dogs and beer, and it'll be just like the civil rights movement. I think we'll really feel closer to Martin Luther King and his dream by getting smashed in the middle of the day. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. All right, thanks a lot, John Minus. You have been wonderful.